5 gestures that make women find you sexually irresistible. In the next few minutes, you'll know exactly what to do differently when you're talking to a woman you're attracted to. Over 1 million men follow my dating advice across Instagram, Facebook, and other platforms. And one thing becomes clear fast. Women often notice the smallest gestures before they ever respond to the biggest moves. The eye contact that doesn't feel needy, the touch that doesn't feel pushy, the compliment that lands without begging for approval. These are the 5 gestures that make women find you irresistible. And the final one is almost effortless, but it can change the whole mood between you. And if you want to go deeper, grab a copy of my ebook, Magnetic Masculinity. This book covers additional principles that go deeper than what I can include in a YouTube video. The platform has guidelines around certain content, and some of the more specific advanced material works better in a format where I have more room to give you the full context. If you want the complete picture, the link is in the description below. Let's get started. 1. Make eye contact like you're not rushing anywhere. Have you ever noticed how different it feels when someone looks at you with calm attention instead of hungry pressure? That difference matters. A woman can feel when your eye contact is trying to take something from her than she can feel when it's simply holding space for her. The irresistible version isn't staring. It's not trying to dominate her with your eyes. It's slower than that. You look, you hold for a moment, you let your face soften, then you look away naturally. That rhythm tells her you're confident enough to be present without forcing intensity. This is where sexual tension starts. Not with a line, not with a performance, with the feeling that you can handle silence, closeness, and desire without becoming awkward or desperate. If she keeps meeting your eyes, smiling slightly, or holding the moment longer than necessary, that's information. Notice it. Don't pounce on it. The gesture says, "I see you, and I'm not afraid of the charge between us." 2. Lower your voice when the moment gets personal. Ever wonder why a quiet sentence can feel more intimate than a dramatic confession? It's because volume changes the emotional temperature. When you lower your voice slightly, you make the conversation feel like it belongs to just the two of you. This works especially well when the topic becomes more flirtatious or emotionally honest. You don't need to say anything explicit. You can say something simple like, "I like the way you think," or "You're trouble, aren't you?" But when your voice drops, the words feel closer to her skin. The key is control. If you suddenly become theatrical, it feels fake. If you whisper too early, it feels creepy. But a subtle lowering of tone tells her you're comfortable with intimacy. It creates privacy inside a public space. And that's a huge part of what makes women find you irresistible. You're not just talking at her, you're pulling her into a shared mood. 3. Touch briefly, then give the space back. Does your touch feel like a question or a demand? That's the part most men miss. Touch becomes attractive when it respects her freedom. It becomes uncomfortable when it assumes access. A light touch on the arm while laughing, guiding her gently through a doorway, or brushing a hand near hers can create a spark. But the real gesture is what happens after. You give the space back. You don't linger too long. You don't keep escalating just because she didn't pull away. That restraint is powerful. It shows you understand desire as something mutual, not something you force into existence. If she leans in, touches you back, stays close, or reopens the contact, she's participating. If she stiffens, steps away, or becomes quiet, you slow down immediately. This is practical and seductive at the same time. Women often fall for the man who can create sexual tension without making them responsible for stopping him. If you're actually paying attention, comment calm. Not everyone understands that giving space back can create more tension than taking more. 4. Notice the small thing she didn't expect you to catch. Have you ever complimented a woman and felt it land flat? That usually happens when the compliment sounds generic. Beautiful is nice. Sexy can work in the right moment, but specific attention feels more personal. Notice how she lights up when she talks about something she loves. Notice the way she chose her earrings, the book she mentioned once, the little shift in her mood when a song comes on, then say it naturally. You got excited when you talked about that. That color really suits your energy. You pretend you're calm, but your eyes give you away. That kind of gesture tells her you're paying attention beyond the obvious. It makes her feel chosen instead of evaluated. And in dating, that distinction is everything. Sexual attraction deepens when a woman feels seen as a full person, not just desired as a body. Desire without attention is common. Desire with attention feels dangerous in the best way. 5. Smile like you know, but don't need to prove it. What's the smallest gesture that can shift everything? A slow, knowing smile. Not a smirk, not arrogance. Just that quiet expression that says you feel the chemistry too, and you're not scared of it. Use it after a flirtatious comment, a long look, or a moment where neither of you says what you're both thinking. That's why it works. It leaves space for her imagination to step closer. Like this video and subscribe for more honest content that gives men the real tools to show up right. Grab the Magnetic Masculinity ebook in the description below to become the man who commands genuine respect.